Becoming rich instantly or in a very short period is part of your dream. It happens each and every day to someone. What many people fail to consider ahead of time is that becoming wealthy also comes with great responsibility. Remember, with great wealth comes great responsibility. Here are a few things to do if you get rich suddenly. Number 1. Get a financial advisor. After you find out what your rights to the money are from your new lawyers, and after you find out what your tax burden is on your new fortune, then getting a reputable financial advisor is a must. This is where you need to avoid people who try to sell you complex financial products that are hard to understand with high commissions. A good financial advisor from a very reputable firm is going to know that you will need money sometimes or regularly. They will know what mix of stocks, bonds, or other asset classes are appropriate for your situation and your life ahead. They probably even will be a crucial part of you creating your budget, and they will help to set proper expectations of what your assets can do for you. Lastly, introduce your financial advisor to your legal and tax professionals. Remember, the left hand needs to know what the right hand is trying to do. Number 2. Get immediate tax and legal representation. Having proper tax and legal professionals is a must for most of the newly wealthy. Knowing your tax burden for a sudden slew of money is of the utmost importance. When possible, speak to tax and legal professionals in depth before you sign a deal or before you receive the cash. Doing so, many possible save you thousands or even millions of dollars. Imagine if you get a vast amount of cash and do not set aside the proper tax, or thought you wouldn't have to pay tax. It is now your duty to pay taxes. On the legal front, imagine if you did not know your legal rights before and after you get a vast new sum. To accomplish proper tax and legal representation, getting a certified public accountant is a must, and it may require a tax attorney. Number 3. Keep it secret. If you can, keep the fact that you just became rich to yourself for as long as you can stand it. If you run out and brag and tell everyone you know, you might just have become a target. Your friends and family may ask you for help or to participate in financial dealings in which you don't even want to be or shouldn't be involved in. Then there is the worst of the lot: scam artists or criminals who go after you. Number 4. Pay all your debt. This is the first expense you should undertake. It's actually a must, because debt is what's eating away at your life. As soon as you can, after the money hits your account, proceed to pay off any debt you have incurred so far and then stop. You'll feel like money is no longer an issue and new debts can be repaid immediately. That's not true. Pay off your existing debt and do not create new debt. Number 5. Be sensible about your new life and how you want to live. Consider what lifestyle you grew up with or are used to, and be realistic about what sort of lifestyle would you really like to have after becoming wealthy. Do you want to keep working, or do you want to phase that down or quit work entirely? Think about what you want to buy and be sensible. Did you know that you can literally blow millions of dollars in hours or days? It is very important to avoid the urge to go immediately buy up all those you thought you wanted but can easily live without. Number 6. Create a budget. Now that you've received all the upfront advice, it's time to think about what you would like to do with your money. After you have thought about how you really want to live, getting with your new financial advisor and coming up with a budget is imperative for your future financial health. If you suddenly come into $1 million, a budget of $10,000 will last you just over 8 years without considering income or losses. Setting a budget and making contingency plans for when things may go wrong may help you maintain acceptable income for many years. You'll need to think about all the spending habits and aspects of your life. Then you are going to consider things like how inflation and basic price changes will play in over time, knowing that costs tend to rise through time. Number 7. Do not quit your job yet. Quitting your job immediately after getting money is the first step to a series of events that will lead you to personal bankruptcy just a couple years later. We are not wired to be non-productive. No matter how lazy you are, you need to do something. If you're not going to work, you'll be out there chipping away at your good fortune. That said, keep your day job and go about your life in the same way you've done so far. Number 8. Make your money work for you. This is where your financial advisory and lawyers are going to help you, and it lays the foundation for all of your contingencies inside of a budget. Some people who quickly become super rich change very little about their lives. Some even keep working every day. But for those who will quit work entirely, or for the most part, it's important to consider the phrase, "it takes money to make money." Individuals can only earn so much per hour from work, and there are only so many hours one can work each day. With a budget, knowing that you can reasonably buy, and dealing with advisors, letting your newfound capital earn money is crucial. Number 9. Avoid highly complex strategies. KISS. Now that you're rich, and even considering that you now know you have to have solid tax advice, legal advice, and financial planning, keep it simple or keep it simple stupid. If you get pitched on international tax shelters or on highly complex strategies that make your taxes low today, you better seriously consider what can happen after that first year. Many of these strategies have been back end loaded with larger burdens in the future. Many structures can lead to IRS or state tax audits, and some of the schemes can even land you in jail or facing sharp fines and catch up penalties with interest. Number 10, taking the cash now or getting paid through time. It is important to decide whether you want to get all of your new money up front or if you want to create an annuity stream of payments. This generally applies to lotteries, where winners can decide whether they want a lump sum or get annuity payments each month to spread out over 30 years. Making this decision can also apply to medical and legal judgments or other ways money comes to you rapidly. This is where a structured settlement or annuity comes into play. Before you choose which path you want, you better have had some serious input from your tax, legal, and financial advisors. Number 11. Being careful about friends, family, and acquaintances. Remember how you were told to keep it a secret that you just become rich? Yeah, now you might have to remain protected from your friends and family, and old acquaintances may suddenly be calling you. Don't feel like you have to set up a bank for family and friends, and don't feel like you need to go buy everything for everyone. It is important to protect your assets, which again goes back to your budgeting. If you didn't get rich by your own efforts in business, chances are high that you should avoid becoming everyone's business backer. Chances are high that you should avoid becoming everyone's business backer. Number 12. Know yourself and your limitations. With a team of professionals trying to keep your life set for the years or decades ahead, it is very important to be smart about your own limitations and skills. Again, becoming rich comes with the responsibility. Making a smart investment or having a liquidity event at work does not always mean that you are a master of money and finance. It is important to know how to protect yourself ahead of time if people come asking you for money, because chances are high someone you know will. Number 13. To donate or not to donate? That is the question. It usually takes money to be charitable. Churches, charities, foundations, and other organizations all have one thing in common. They all require money from outsiders to survive. Before you go give vast sums of money away, you better get some advice from your tax and financial advisors. What if your gift is not handled properly, or what if the manner in which you give it creates a tax burden on you or the recipient? Not all gifts are free. There is a movement that has picked up steam in recent years for the wealthy to donate all or most of their wealth. Just keep in mind that most of this giving will occur after these people die. Number 14. Remember that decency and laws still matter in the world. It probably feels awful to be preached to about laws, morals, and decency. No one likes to be told that you have to be a good person, even though most of us know it and live it. You may have heard that laws don't apply to the wealthy. That may have ended up being true in many instances. But losing your friends, having your family disgusted by you, or having the law and police after you is not a good way to have things turn out. Money may help, but any romantic notions you have from the movies of being a social pariah or having the law after you is nothing more than fiction. This is it for today. See you in the next video.